even get to cross.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Snick back at it again with the Black Ops 3. Sorry, that's probably really played out by now. I should probably stop saying that. But anyways, this is actually arena mode gameplay. I don't know what it's called. Basically competitive gameplay. It was me, Dax, one of his friends, and a random, and we all got into this arena match. It was a 4v4, and I don't know if the first guy lagged out, but he just disappeared, and then I noticed like halfway through the game the other guy left because we were just dominating. And other than that, that's the gameplay in the background. But as you guys could tell by the title, I have a little story for you today. Most of you may or may not know, I have explained it in a couple of my past story time videos, where I didn't grow up in the best neighborhood, and I didn't grow up with the best of friends. And I mean, my friends were cool. I still talk to everybody I used to talk to back in the day. Maybe not as much as I should, but I do. And we used to go out and party and do stupid shit all the time. And the only problem is, I used to hang out with this one guy. Whenever I would hang out with him, the cops would always show up for some reason. There was like three instances, that's hard to say. There's 3 instances, if I'm saying that correct, where I hung out with him and the cops showed up, like back to back to back, like Drake. You know what I'm saying? But one time or one night, my friend hits me up, not the guy that always gets the cops, like, yeah, whole different friend. He calls me up saying, hey, so-and-so wants to hang out. Are you down to go? And so-and-so was the guy that would, like, whenever we hung out with him, the cops would always show up. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm not really feeling it. And I told my friend that called me, I was like, dude, every time we hang out with him, what happens? He's like, the cops show up. I'm like, exactly, man. I go, I ain't feeling it tonight. You can go without me. Go for it. I don't want to go, because yeah, we never ended up in jail, but the cops always showed up. We always got out of it somehow, given like different names and stuff. But anyways, that's besides the story. But it's a good thing I told him no, because my friend's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go. And I was like, all right, cool, go with him, whatever. 5 minutes later, I get a call back from the guy that called me the first time. I know this is probably really hard to follow, but he said, you know what, man, I'm not going to go either. It's true what you say. We always end up having the cops show up. So I was like, cool. He's like, do you want to do anything, or are you just going to chill? I was like, nah, man, I'm just going to chill. This was probably like 10 years ago. And he's like, all right, cool, I'm going to chill too. So I ended up falling asleep, and then my phone's just like, it blew up overnight. I didn't answer it. Back then, cell phones weren't as loud as they are now, and I was getting all these phone calls. And I woke up to it, and I was like, dude, what's up? Like, why the hell are you calling me? The guy that called me originally, he's all, bro, it's a good thing we didn't go. I was like, why? What happened? And he said, well, the people we went to go hang out with, and this was like our crew back in the day. Like, we would always go out with them, get into trouble, get caught or not. But the 2 guys that ended up going got into a fight, not with each other, but with somebody else. A lot of the people I hung out with were in gangs. I never claimed anything, but I was always down to fight, I guess. So I don't know what I would be. But so what ended up happening was, my friend that always got whenever we hung out with him, the cops always showed up. He had a gun. He always carried a gun on him. It was like for protection and stuff like that. And the other guy, who I won't talk about either. None of these guys are going to be named, because I don't know if the case is still open or not. But they ended up getting into a fight with some other gang or somebody that had beef with them. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I wasn't there. But what had happened was, my friend with the gun, he wasn't in the fight. It was just our other friend, and then the guy that he had beef with, or the other gang member, I don't know. And so back in our day, we would just fist fight, and the occasional, like, I don't know, weapon like a rock or a stick would be picked up and stuff like that. And that's when shit kind of, we would back up, or all right, cool, whatever, we're done. And I guess this night they just happened to have the gun, and the guy, he's like, he's like, yo, you don't want to fight me. The guy they were fighting, he's all, you don't want to fight me, you don't want this to come back on you, anything like that. And they're like, come on, let's go. Like they were just down to fight. And so the guy that they were gonna fight pulled out a knife, and my friend was like, whoa man, you don't want to do that. They were just calling each other bitches and stuff like that. And so my friend, the friend that was gonna fight, he turned around to my other friend with the gun, and he said, hey yo, give me your gun, I'm just gonna scare him. And my friend's like, you sure you're not gonna shoot him or nothing? And he's like, yeah, just give it to me. So he got it. He's all, cause we got this, and he was all waving it around and stuff like that. And like I said, I wasn't there, so this is just what I was told. This is what I heard. This is what I read in the paper or whatever. And I guess the guy they were fighting came at him with a knife, and my friend like kind of stepped back and he pistol whipped him. Gun or a finger was not on the trigger or nothing. So when he pistol whipped him, the gun went off. And when it went off, it shot the guy that they were gonna originally fight. It shot him in the eye and blew out the back of his head. Somehow, like the cops did get called. They ended up getting arrested, and the dude that got shot, it went through his eye, came out the back of his head, but he ended up surviving. The only problem with that was, sorry if I'm getting a little choked up, guys, because I could have been there. I could have been doing time, but the guy, he somehow survived. But the only problem is he's not going to be there for the rest of his life. And I thought it was something I should share with you guys, because I had a pretty messed up past. And that's one night that I'm glad I didn't go out, be stupid, and just make the wrong choices, because my life could have just drastically changed from that night. And it's crazy how just a gut feeling can change your whole entire life. But I thought I would share that with you guys. You guys, I know it's like party time, spring break and stuff may be over with, or stuff like that, but I know a lot of you guys that watch me are teenagers. You're starting to experience like party life and stuff like that. So this is more of a message to you guys. You don't always have to be the cool guy. You don't always have to go out and party. You don't always have to impress your friends. And that's kind of why I do this now, because I don't want to say video games saved my life, but oh, just turned on my Xbox. Maybe it's a sign. But it's something where I don't think if I would be gaming right now, I would probably not be in the position I am in with the people that I fucks with around me. I'm very grateful for what I have, who I know, and what I'm doing in life. People always say, oh, you could be doing better in life. You shouldn't be where you're at right now. But I always tell them I could be doing a lot worse as well. So kids, always think twice about your decisions. I know this was kind of a dark video, but it's part of my life. I like sharing it with you guys. You guys are always there for me. Hopefully I'm always here for you guys. So like I said, just be smart about everything. Don't do stuff because it's a cool thing to do, and make smart decisions. But until next time, this is your boy Snick signing out. Peace.